Joel Burr was born November 13, 1929 in Clovis, New Mexico. Joel graduated from the University of New Mexico in 1956 with a Juris Doctor degree in law. After practicing law in Santa Fe as an assistant attorney general, Joel started a private law practice in Farmington in 1959 with William J. Cooley. The firm specialized in oil and gas law and through the years represented several major oil and gas companies, many large and small independent oil and gas companies, and oil field service companies in the San Juan Basin. In 1973, during the Arab oil embargo, Mr. Burr and Mr. Cooley started Basin Fuels, a small oil and gas exploration and production company. After Mr. Cooley's death, Joel continued to operate the company under the corporate name of Burr Oil and Gas. The company grew and prospered through the years into a Rocky Mountain operation with oil and gas production in New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, and Wyoming. Joel passed away on October 26, 2017, at age 87. George Coleman was born in Stratford, Oklahoma in 1932. He attended San Angelo Junior College for 1 year, then left school to work in the oil field until he was drafted into the Navy in 1952. He served in the Navy until 1954, then moved to Farmington and went to work for Homeco. He later left Homeco and purchased Nelson Specialty and changed the name to Texas Equipment. He sold that business after 10 years, then purchased a drilling rig and started Coleman Drilling. As time continued, he purchased Big A Well Service and started Sunco Trucking and Coleman Oil and Gas. He grew the service businesses over the years and sold them in 1998, retaining and then focusing on Coleman Oil and Gas as an operator and producer of natural gas. George passed away in February 2019. A.B. Guerin was born on April 9, 1922 in Shreveport, Louisiana. A.B. attended Texas A&M and earned a degree in geology in 1949. But, like many men of his generation, A.B. was first shaped by World War II. After basic training in the Navy, where he bunked with former Senator John Glenn, he transferred to the U.S. Army Air Corps. He was a lead navigator and flew bombing missions over Europe in the noses of B-17 flying fortresses. A.B. got his start in the oil and gas business working on a seismic crew for Staniland Oil and Gas in Midland, Texas. In 1952, he came to Farmington and helped build the local independent oil and gas company, D.J. Simmons, working alongside his uncle David Jack Simmons until Jack's death in 1969, and later for his aunt, Thelma Ford Simmons. A.B. led D.J. Simmons for 6 decades and drilled wells in 9 different states. He kept a plaque in his office that summed up his view of the boom and bust nature of the oil and gas business that read, "Tough times don't last, tough people do." A.B. passed away on June 6, 2016. Rodney Heath was born September 29, 1929 in Wichita Falls, Texas. He attended Texas A&M on an opportunity scholarship, attaining the honor of inclusion in Who's Who in American colleges and universities. He graduated in 1954 with a degree in mechanical engineering, then traveled to Farmington to begin his career with Southern Union Gas Company. In 1959, Rodney founded Ullman Heath Company and served as president of it and its successor companies until 1995. In 2000, Rodney founded Engineered Concepts and served as president and CEO until 2014. He was an entrepreneur and inventor, and his accomplishments included more than 40 patents related to oil and gas production. Rodney passed away on August 18, 2017, at age 87. Carl Matthews was born in Potwin, Kansas on March 4, 1929. He had two childhood friends from Potwin, Tom Dugan and Jim Jacobs, who all settled in Farmington and became involved in the community. He earned his petroleum engineering degree from the University of Oklahoma. He was a sergeant in the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers from 1952 to 1954. He moved to the Four Corners in 1954 to work for Phillips Petroleum. Due to mergers and acquisitions, over the years he was employed by Pacific Northwest Pipeline, El Paso Natural Gas Company, El Paso Exploration Company, and Meridian Oil. He retired in 1986 as Meridian's Division Production Manager of Permian Division. He was the San Juan Basin Division Manager when the gas buggy atomic bomb frac test was performed. He used to say, "The oil and gas industry is good living, good people to work with, and nearly always fun." Carl passed away on March 4, 2019, at the age of 90. Jerome P. McHugh Sr. was born on October 21, 1927 in St. Louis. After graduating as a scholar-athlete from Pembroke Country Day in Kansas City, Jerry served in the Army from 1946 to 1948. After 3 attempts, Jerry was admitted to Princeton, where he majored in geology. In 1951, Jerry took a position with Keener Oil in Tulsa, spearheading a new technology called fracking on marginal oil wells. In 1955, Jerry became an independent, prospecting in the Denver-Julesburg Basin. Jerry's first foray into the San Juan Basin was in 1965, operating as Nassau Resources or McHugh & Associates, and Tom Dugan served as engineering consultant. One of his first big deals was a 12-well Dakota program on a farm out from Conoco and El Paso Natural Gas. He went on to drill numerous pictured cliff wells using the slim hole drilling technique. He also drilled Dakota wells in the Jicarilla, the Gavilan-Mancos oil field, and coal bed methane wells in the Caracas Canyon unit in the Carson National Forest. After suffering a stroke in 2000, Jerry divested his oil and gas business, but continued to lead a strong, purpose-driven life for 16 years, constantly staying in touch with family. Jerry passed away on April 5, 2016. Will Shapik was born on December 29, 1934 in Dexter, New Mexico. Will served in the U.S. Navy from 1952 to 1955 in the Korean War. In 1956, he began his career with the Western Company as a truck driver in Hobbs, New Mexico. After numerous transfers and lots of hard work, Will moved up the ranks to regional sales manager. In 1984, Will was transferred back to Farmington, where he later retired after 38 years of service. After retirement, he became a partner in Cementers, Inc. and later sold the company to American Energy, but remained with the company as the sales manager. After another retirement, he continued to work with various oil field service companies. Unlike most people who can't wait to retire, Will refused to quit. He enjoyed the camaraderie that the oil field offered, always loved his job, and placed a high value on a strong work ethic. Will passed away on December 17, 2017. Ronnie Simmons was born March 13, 1932 in Newton, Mississippi. After high school, he served 4 years in the U.S. Navy in the Korean War. After completion of his military service, he moved to Farmington, where he began a lifelong career in the oil field. His first job was with Langwell's Wireline Company. After working for them for a number of years, in 1968, he became a part owner of Blue Jet Wireline. He worked at Blue Jet until he retired in 2002. After 2002, he continued to do consulting sales work for Blue Jet, Phoenix Data, and DJ Simmons. Ronnie loved the oil field and all the people in it. Ronnie passed away on February 22, 2018, at age 85. Tom Dugan was born on November 24, 1925, in a small oil field lease house just outside of Oil Hill, Kansas. After high school, he joined the U.S. Army, where he served during World War II for 3 years. Tom was with the Army's 44th Tank Battalion, stationed in the South Pacific during the Philippine Liberation. For his service and valor, he was awarded the Bronze Star and the Purple Heart and was honorably discharged. After his military service, Tom graduated from the University of Oklahoma with a degree in petroleum engineering. He moved to the Four Corners area to work for Phillips Petroleum. Later, he went to work for Pacific Northwest Pipeline when they acquired the Phillips properties. Tom started his own company, Dugan Production, from his kitchen table on February 1, 1959. Through hard work, sacrifice, and strong leadership, Tom grew Dugan Production into one of the largest, very independent oil and gas companies in the San Juan Basin. Tom used to say, "Keep your costs low and your profits will soar." The company received many accolades, including being named to the New Mexico Private 100 group. Tom and his friend Emery Arnold co-authored and published the book Gas. Tom passed away on November 8, 2017.